Since the 2023 general elections were concluded in March, this is the first time that the INEC chairman will be holding a public meeting with all resident electoral commissioners. There have been expectations among Nigerians that the commission will review its activities and the way its officials discharged their duties during the last elections. The chairman affirms this as the purpose for this meeting.
Since the conclusion of the election, diverse opinions have been expressed by political parties, candidates, observers, analysts, and the general public on aspects of the elections that took place in February and March. Following the conclusion of the election, the time has come for introspection, stock-taking, review, and evaluation.
According to Professor Yakubu, so far, INEC has received 54 reports on the 2023 general elections from accredited national and international observers, the latest being that of the European Union Election Observer Mission. Like several others before it, the report highlighted some operational lapses which have contributed to a dwindling public trust in INEC.
The election exposed enduring systemic weaknesses and therefore signal a need for further legal and operational reforms to enhance transparency and accountability.
Notwithstanding, the electoral umpire believes strongly that the overall report of the 2023 general elections reflects the will of the people.
Our record shows that these elections have produced the most diverse outcomes ever produced since 1999. Today, 5 political parties produce state governors. 7 parties won senatorial seats, 8 are represented in the House of Representatives, and 9 in the state houses of assembly. Clearly, the 10th National Assembly is certainly the most diverse in party representation since 1999. What is clear from these records also is that the days of single-party dominance of our national politics are probably gone. Furthermore, many prominent candidates lost in the constituencies they contested, and political parties lost in some of their presumed strongholds. Despite the divergent opinions about the outcome of the election, the overall outlook suggests that it is fair reflection of a complex multi-party democracy.
The INEC chairman, however, acknowledges some challenges which were both structural and man-made and vows to prosecute all who are culpable.
We are presently looking at all the evidence of infractions during the election, including the prosecution of electoral offenders. We are looking at the activities of all actors involved in the election, including some of our high-ranking officials. I can also confirm that we have received 215 case files from the Nigeria police following their arrest and the conclusion of investigation into electoral offenses arising from the 2023 general election. We are working with the Nigerian Bar Association, the NBA, to prosecute the alleged offenders.
So far, the Nigeria Bar Association has submitted a list of 427 lawyers who will assist the electoral umpire to prosecute electoral offenders pro bono. In the days ahead, many Nigerians will be watching to see how these suspected electoral offenders are prosecuted and punished to serve as deterrents going forward.
Hello and welcome to the channel. Anybody don't see Mahmoud since the election? Oga don't come out from where he hide. As 5 months later, INEC begin review of the election. Meanwhile, Maverick singer Charles Oputa, aka Charlie Boy, has reacted to the adjournment of the Presidential Election Petition Court (PEPC) on Monday over the absence of the witness of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Daily Post reported that PEPC, headed by Justice Arunat Samani, adjourned the hearing of INEC's defense against the petition filed by the Labour Party and its presidential candidate Peter Obi, after the electoral umpire's witness who was scheduled to testify was absent from the court. Reacting via his Twitter handle, Charlie Boy lambasted the national chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, who presided over the presidential election for putting Nigerians through pain. He wrote, "Will INEC ever produce a true copy of the election results? Your guess is as good as mine." So INEC witnesses are also suffering from technical glitches. Them no even show for court today. If it didn't day, it didn't day. I doubt if INEC is even ready to defend their own matter. May God deal with Yakubu for the pain he is putting many of us through. Meanwhile, Mr. Frank Shaibu, the Special Assistant on Public Communication for the People's Democratic Party's PDP presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, has alleged that the electoral fraud committed by the Adamawa Resident Electoral Commission, REC, Udu Yunusa Hari, during the Adamawa elections is no different from that committed by the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, during the presidential polls. Even though the results were still being tallied, Yunusa Hari declared Senator Aishatu Ahmed Binani, the APC candidate for governor of Adamawa, as the election's victor. His suspension has since been announced by INEC's national headquarters. In response to the situation, Shoaibu noted that the national leadership of INEC could not claim ignorance of the numerous accusations dangling around the neck of the Adamawa REC. He said, "It is crystal clear, even to the blind, that the Adamawa REC learnt well from the INEC chairman. INEC as an organization, from the top to the bottom, is akin to Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. As a matter of fact, the baby goat learns to eat grass by diligently watching the mama devour the lush grass around them." Despite having 1 month to prepare for the supplementary poll, INEC retained this compromised REC, who went ahead to undermine the election once more. From all that has happened, it is obvious that Yunusa Hari was acting on orders from above, and that is why Governor Hamadu Fintiri's warnings were ignored. This carefully orchestrated action is a reflection of the electoral heist of February 25th, 2023, when the INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, decided to announce Bola Tinubu of the APC as winner, despite the many irregularities and complaints from several opposition parties. Indeed, Yunusa Hari acted like his father and boss, Mahmoud Yakubu. The Atiku aide further said the Adamawa fiasco didn't come as a surprise, since INEC had always been in bed with Binani. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Bye.